morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? I want to give you a little bit of a warning. Today's video is going to be slightly different than any other video I've done on the channel. If you couldn't tell behind me and my previous videos, we are a guitar-based YouTube channel. However, this video is going to be a lot of me talking and a little of me playing, mainly because this is me explaining a new series I want to do on the channel. So consider this a pilot episode. The story starts back in high school. My band director was cleaning out the band room, getting rid of stuff he and the music program didn't need before. And in that band room, the music program owned one electric guitar. There were plenty of acoustic guitars because the high school did offer a guitar class and everyone had got an acoustic guitar. Anyone could bring their own electric if they wanted to, but to high school, how much do you really trust that? There was one electric guitar that was the music program's, and it was in the back of the room. Little did most people know in that high school that there were 3 other electric guitars there. And of course, it's a high school. These aren't going to be Gibson Les Pauls, Fender Professional Series, Strats, Telecasters, Jazz Masters, no Duesenbergs, no Strandbergs, no D'Angelico guitars. No, these were cheap guitars. And they were by the brand Cort, who have been doing some great things in recent years, but these guitars were pretty meh. They are basically Strat copies, and the coolest thing about them was that it had a humbucker and you could split the coil, so that was pretty cool. However, the one that was in the band room was a red Cort Strat copy, and that guitar was fine. However, there were 3 other guitars no one knew about, and these were all black Cort Strat copies, and he was going to get rid of them. But first, he came to me and was like, "Hey Justin, we're going to get rid of these 3 guitars. If you want them, you can go ahead and take them." Of course, me being a young kid in high school, yeah, I'll take them. When I got these guitars home, I had some pretty big plans. The main objective was to take one, mod the ever-living out of it, and make it an ultimate playing machine, give one to a buddy, and then sell one. None of these things happened. I did try selling one, and that fell through. I did give one to someone, but it happened to be my sister, and it turned into a painting project, and that's still in the other room, leaving me with 2 guitars basically, because the one didn't sell and I had a full one. So I got bored one day and I decided to gut the whole guitar. I took the neck off, I took the pickups off, the pickguard off, the whammy bar off, I took off everything until I got the body, which you can see right here. And of course, by the title of this video and the fact I'm holding this guitar body, you can see where I'm going with this series. I want to build a Partscaster. And if you don't know what a Partscaster is, basically, let's say this body, it's blank. So I want to take the neck off of my SG, take the pickups out of the Schecter, I want to take the bridge off of the Telecaster, put it on this guitar, and make one Frankenstein's monster of a guitar. That is a Partscaster, using parts that you have laying around or parts that you buy on the aftermarket. And I have some plans for this, and I've been thinking about doing this for quite some time, and I want to turn into a series on the channel. Some people are going to think because I have a black guitar body, that means I'm going to make David Gilmour's black Strat. Not true. I also don't want to make Eric Clapton's black guitar. Some people are going to think, oh, it's a Strat body, so you should recreate Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstein guitar. Well, I got my own little Frankenstein right here. Instead of being white and black, red, white and black, yellow and black, I decided to go for blue and black. And honestly, I don't want the guitar to be black. I want to make this a natural wood, much like the G&L tell you right here. Here's what I have in mind, basically. Let me tell you about the first Strat I actually fell in love with. Believe it or not, it was Steve Vai's. When I first started playing guitar, I accidentally came across Steve Vai's website, which if you don't know, is a gold mine. Mainly because you can go on his website and there's a little tab and you can check out every single instrument that he owns. You can see all the Ibanez guitars, all the not Ibanez guitars, all the basses, all the ukuleles, all the mandolins. You can see everything. It is super cool. I highly recommend checking that out. While perusing through the website, I found a really old picture of Vai playing the Strat, I immediately fell in love with the Strat. Natural body, covered in stickers, black pickguard, Floyd Rose, had a humbucker tilted, single coil, I assume a maple neck, matching headstock. I fell in love and it made me want a natural Fender Strat, and I have an opportunity to make one now. However, I want to do something different in the pickup region. Allow me to introduce you to one of my guitar heroes. Mr. Brian May. He is one of my favorite guitar players, as I mentioned, and I love the fact that him and his dad made his guitar himself, and I love that his Red Special has a unique wiring system for the pickups. If you don't know, each pickup has their own on and off switch, so you don't get a 5-way toggle or a 3-way toggle. They actually have their own little push pins, so you push one up, you push another one up, and you get the pickups on and off, which is pretty cool. And with that, there's switches below those to put pickups in and out of phase, so Brian May can get a plethora of sounds from his guitar, which I really like, and I've always wanted to try something like that. Harley Benton makes a Brian May copy, and it has that same wiring system. However, since we're doing a Partscaster, I kind of want to put it on here. And we can actually do this because on Reverb.com, Burns, the same company who makes his pickups, sell pre-wired pick guards of his pickup selectors. So you have a volume, a master tone, a toggle switch to turn each pickup on, and a toggle switch to put each pickup in and out of phase. So I think that would be really fun to put on this guitar. So we're making the guitar natural like Steve Vai's, and we're putting Brian May's pickups in here. What about the bridge? What about the tailpiece? What are we going to do here? Are we going to make it a hardtail? That'd be pretty interesting. But what we're going to do is we are actually going to put a Floyd Rose on this, much like Steve Vai's guitar. So we talked about the body, we talked about the pickups, we talked about the bridge. What about the neck? Well, I still have the neck to the old Cork guitar, so I'm thinking that we can just use that, save a little bit of money here. However, the tuners at the headstock, they are... okay, they're so I want to get Fender locking tuners to put them on. I don't want to get a new neck for the guitar, mainly because that world kind of scares me and I have no idea how to order a new neck and if it fits on the guitar or not. Frankly, that world scares me and I don't want to buy something and have to return it. What I would really love to do, and I don't think we can do this just for the state of the body, I would love to put a Bigsby on here, but I don't think we can do that. And that's basically it. That's what I want to do with this guitar. I want to make it a Partscaster, make it into a Brian Vai or a Steve May Strat. I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be a really cool process. And of course, this isn't going to be a video that comes out every single week. More like when the parts come in, I'll definitely upload that video in that month. But the thing we can work on right now is getting the body to natural wood. So that is going to be the next episode, us taking the black paint off of this guitar and making it more natural. Anyway guys, I hope you stick with me in this process of making this Partscaster. Sorry there wasn't any guitar playing in this video, definitely more guitar playing next week, but yeah, that's basically what I want to do guys. Anyway, hope you have a good day, hope you have a good night, or good evening, whatever time it is for you guys. Anyway guys, goodbye and good nights.